Welcome to Kabayan 8, Kwento, Kape at Canada, where we share the inspiring stories of Filipino-Canadian immigrants, ang kanilang paglalakbay, pagsubok at tagumpay sa pagtupad ng pangarap sa Canada. Sa episode na ito, makakasama natin ang isang espesyal na panauhin, si Mr. Philip Gabriel Andrada, a seasoned information and data analyst with over a decade of experience in the industry. He came here as a young Filipino immigrant with his family. So let's watch and listen as he narrates his journey, exploring the challenges he's faced, the successes he's achieved, and the insights he's gained along the way. Kabayan, tipla na ng kape. Tara at kwentuhan tayo. Let's welcome yung ating guest for today. Episode 4 na tayo with Philip Gabriel Andrada. I've known this brother for over a decade now, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I've seen him grow into such an accomplished professional. We were members of Singles for Christ, and we go back a long way yung history namin. So welcome, Biel.
Thanks for having me.
Programa na ito is to talk to Filipino-Canadian immigrants, ano yung kanilang journey dito sa Canada, how they started, ano yung mga challenges, and how they overcame yung mga yon, and then currently where they are at now professionally and otherwise yung sa kanilang buhay, and what other advice they can give you dun sa as a new immigrant. So Biel, how long have you been dito sa Canada?
So I came here to Canada in 2000s. Well, technically 2005 kasama yung pamilya ko. So I have my parents and also my two younger sisters, and we came here 2005.
Okay.
Pero bumalik ako sa Pilipinas kasi I have 1 year of studies left. So tinapos ko na lang yung university, tapos bumalik ako dito sa Canada 2006. So
2006.
So almost 19 years. O 18 years na, pero 19 years in November.
In November. Oh, that's good. So far, nung dumating ka ba, how was your experience? Na culture shock ka ba, or it's nice
Yeah, syempre there was a culture shock. Iba yung lifestyle dito than in the Philippines. But it was also shocking for me personally because malayo ako sa mga kaibigan. Because I didn't have any friends. I haven't had any friends here in Canada. I only have relatives. So back to square one ako dito. I was, when I came here, wala rin akong experience, like quote-unquote Canadian experience.
which is
which is really tough for me.
yun yung yun yung common thread na sa mga past interviews ko din na yun yung kanilang challenge sa umpisa, right? Getting that first job is even yung hinahanap nila ay yung Canadian experience, right? So
yes. And it is really tough yung having the Canadian experience. Although nung dumating kasi ako dito, wala, even sa Philippines, wala talaga rin akong job experience. So technically zero talaga. I taught part-time. I was active with organizations sa Pilipinas. But coming here, syempre, you want to look for something that will use your skills. So
that's true.
So it's a challenge. And then I remember 2 months staying here, tapos yung winter, so malamig. So yung feeling na you're depressed kasi malamig, tapos,
madilim,
madaling na kesa sa Pilipinas na usually 5 o'clock, gabi na, pero at least nakausap mo yung mga kaibigan mo or lalabas kayo. Dito parang ang lamig, gusto mo lang magstay sa bahay, tapos kasama mo yung family, kasama ko yung family, it's very different din kasi number one, nagtitipid ka kasi wala kang pera.
That's true.
Tapos pangalawa, wala kang kausap, wala yung mga kaibigan mo lang, is your family itself, right? So it's tough. It's really a challenge and a struggle when I first came here.
So ano yung ano, like, so you mentioned dun sa trabaho and then mahirap talaga sa umpisa, right?
Yes.
What somehow helped you get or land that first job?
So, no, dahil youth ako at that time, like I was 22 at that time,
Mhm,
may mga programs ang government to
mhm,
support to help you with your job. And I remember I went to Youth Employment Services, or yeah, YES.
mhm,
And I heard it's still around.
mhm,
They help the youth
mhm,
to land the job, and they give you the skills, especially lalo na new immigrant ka, so
mhm,
they support, how to build your resume,
mhm,
how to do cold calling, how to land an interview, how to work in an interview. So
mhm.
it was very helpful at that time.
Did you ever access yung yes lang, or did you ever access any particular, like, I know may mga Filipino community center. Did you
Mhm.
ever go there for resources as well, or?
Ano kasi nung time na yon, yung pinakamalapit kasi noon at saka yung nire-recommend sa'kin dati nung aunt ko at
Mhm,
and she's very known
mhm.
in the Filipino-Canadian community.
Community, yeah.
Her name is Carmencita Hernandez. So Ging
Oh, okay.
Hernandez.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, pag naririnig nila, they will say, "Oh, kilala namin 'yan."
Mhm.
Even now, may mga narinig ako, "Kilala namin 'yan." So
Community leader siya.
community leader siya,
Yeah.
very very vocal
Mhm,
sa community. And she's a personal family friend of ours.
mhm,
So at that time yun sinasuggest niya, you go to this,
mhm.
also yung Multicultural Center,
Center, mhm,
yeah, ano, dahil very active din siya doon sa community.
mhm,
So those are the places that I've been to. And nung time na yon, they were posting some work. So
mhm,
that's where I got my first job sa Youth Employment Services, because
mhm,
nag-post sila na naghanap sila ng tech support agent for a new product, for a product na ilo-launch soon at that
mhm.
time. And I got the role, and yeah, and that's where it started.
Ano yung mga challenges pala nung sa unang trabaho mo na yun? May mga challenges na difficulties na naranasan ka na nahirapan kang i-overcome, or?
Mhm. It's, nung time na yun kasi siyempre naninibago ka pa lang
Mhm,
sa work
mhm,
experience, at saka again, zero experience, wala
mhm,
talaga akong, alam sa mga nangyayari,
mhm,
and at that time, it was, ang daming trainings, and that's a good thing na may mga trainings sila na ginagawa so that we know what to do in the work,
mhm,
how to escalate if lalo na inbound calls, so
mhm,
we kung may irate na customer, we have to escalate things. So yung mga those are the things that I learned. And
mhm.
although it's difficult for me kasi siyempre again, dito ibang ibang klase mga tao kasi lahat very aggressive. Yung
That's
mga
true, totoo.
yung lalo na kung hindi ka sanay sa aggressive na tao, it's difficult
Mhm,
uh, to handle. So at least during sa mga trainings na yun, it really help you to build your your strength. You're building your confidence. Also, you have to be not aggressive in return.
mhm,
You have to be assertive in return. Kasi
mhm,
syempre, sabi nga, customers always right, di ba?
mhm.
So, doon ko natutunan lahat ng mga skills sa workplace, and sa mga sumusunod na mga naging trabaho ko, I learned a lot too, and I learned to become self-aware, to become assertive,
Mhm.
being like being a leader in my own position at that.
Yes. So would you say na, um, yung assertiveness is something na, ah, na natutunan mo sa trabaho dito sa Canada? Kasi in my experience, sa mga nakausap ko, and even personally, that's one thing na lacking sometimes sa atin pagka new immigrant ka, Filipino
Yeah.
na you know, yung nahihiya ka na i-voice out, right? Or be more assertive dun sa mga coworkers mo or sa
Oh,
boss
yeah.
mo.
Yeah, definitely. Kasi tayo mga Pilipino, yun yung ano natin, we are so humbled with what
Meek.
we are
Yeah.
working. Parang hanggang doon lang tayo na, okay, sige, gawin natin to.
Mhm.
Kaya, kahit sinasabi na natin sa sarili natin na mukhang may mali.
Mhm.
Diba?
Yeah.
So, we have to think about kung ano yung mga actions na ginagawa. And if it's wrong already for ourselves, then we really have to vocalize it. You know, we
Mhm.
have, pero hindi to the point na ginagalit mo na yung tao. You really have to assert your effort to tell them.
Well, and in, I guess, in a respectful way
Oh,
then
yes,
para
yes.
to
Hindi,
avoid yung conflict, and yeah.
oh, yes, definitely.
And I know for a fact na you always do kumbaga nagko-continuing education ka, right?
Oh,
I've
yes.
seen your posts, you've been to Japan,
Oh,
and
yes, yes.
everywhere, right? And even the last time parang nag-graduate ka sa US, right? With your
Yes, yes. I
masters.
graduated Master of Arts in Organizational Leadership sa US.
That's
But
nice.
I took it online.
That's good. That's good still. And would you say kailangan ba, let's say ikaw kung may mga makakausap ka ng mga new immigrants, would you suggest talaga na for them to do continuing education?
I mean, life is always a lifelong learning.
That's good.
Kumbaga, it's good that you learn every time because hindi sa ating lahat hindi talaga natitigil ang ang education. So yeah, if you really want to step up, and you really want to step up your plate
Mhm.
into the workforce, you really have to have a little sacrifice, kahit financial sacrifice
Mhm.
na if you go to go to college, kahit college or university, there are continuing education courses and they would really help you learn about new things. Also online courses, there are so many free online courses that are available na pwede mong puntahan. Hindi mo naman kailangang mag-sacrifice ng pera kung gusto mo
Mhm.
mag-online.
Yes.
May mga online courses. Pero kung if kung gusto mo mag-certify, for example, if you want to become a certified teacher or a certified nurse,
Mhm.
kailangan mo you really have to take the risk of paying out.
For
Pero
the education. Yeah.
for the education. Pero in return naman, kung certified school naman dito sa Canada, you'll get a tax receipt or you'll get a tax receipt that you will
Tax
use for
breaks.
your
Yeah,
tax.
yeah.
You'll have your tax breaks and it's really good.
Mhm. And it's worth it talaga na mag-upgrade kasi if you are looking for better opportunities and also for your family then and for yourself,
Mhm.
right? Mas maganda na you do continue your education.
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay. Now, if you could go back in time, right?
Mhm.
Would you do something different?
I think yes, for sure. Lalo na you've based on my experience right now na ang dami mong natutunan sa especially when interacting with other people,
Mhm.
especially nung time na yun, very young. I was really young and
Mhm.
I have so many things that I've learned in the past. One of the things that kung babalikan ko is to part of being a youth nung time na yun, youth pa, pero
Mhm.
going for I was waiting for my citizenship. I realized that after citizenship pwede ka ring if you're less than 30 years old or 30 years
Mhm.
old or younger, you could go for a working holiday program if
Oh.
you are really like if you're interested in different cultures. May mga bansa na pwede ka magtrabaho for a year,
Mhm.
like you go to Japan, you could go to Korea, you could go to Britain, di ba?
Interesting.
Oo, kasi lalo na yung mga I have friends sa mga grupo dito that they're doing working holiday program because they want to learn English.
Mhm.
So they have 1 year, they study English here,
Mhm.
tapos yan nagtatrabaho na sila. And then also may Canada is part of the working holiday programs across the world too. So
Mhm.
again, if you want to learn something brand new, experience the culture, you could go around the world, and you could go to the country where
Mhm.
the working holiday program is available. But again, may age limit kasi, so
Ah,
less than 30.
does the government kumbaga give you like a bursary or not
Unfortunately, hindi.
necessarily?
Not necessarily. You really have to pay out of your pocket. Kaya nga majority ng mga tao, ng mga working holiday programs dito, they really have to pay out of their pocket. But the
Okay.
return is really good kasi once you learn, you
Different
really get
cultures.
different cultures, and
Yeah.
also like may trabaho eh. That's why you're on a working holiday. You're
Working
working.
holiday. Typically, ikaw ang pipili nun. How do you do that? Like, you contact the employer and
Uh, Oh, good question. Actually, like you really have to go to the,
your website
parang
sila.
when you come to the country,
Mhm.
syempre mag-aaral ka, tapos at the same time, you're doing job searching din.
Ah, I see. I see.
Mhm. So gano'n ang so lalo na yung naging kaibigan ko, of
Mhm.
course, they started learning English here,
Mhm.
tapos they look for a job. Sometimes kung gusto talaga nila magstay, ang nangyayari, they start to apply for college,
Mhm.
'di ba? And you
Somebody
and they
wants to say hi.
ah,
Hi.
hi!
Yeah, my son wants to kasi pag ganyan before he sleeps, we pray.
Okay,
You just
that's
wait
nice,
for me.
that's yeah.
Kasi mo ba na sa Japan, for example, right?
Mhm,
It's a
mhm.
beautiful country, right? I've been
Yes,
there and it's there's so much culture and
yeah.
very friendly din yung tao. How was your
Mhm.
experience? Hindi mo ba naisip na, maybe I should migrate here instead of, bumalik ko sa Canada?
Mm, I mean, it was already in my mind when I thought
Mm.
about living in different countries. I was thinking
Mhm.
about Japan. I was thinking about Korea.
Mhm.
But one thing is you really again you're going back again to square one.
Mhm.
Wherever you migrate, of course you start at square one, unless
Mhm.
someone if you're going to apply somewhere
Mhm.
hindi mo yung kailangan may magpe-petition sa iyo para makakuha ng work permit or
Mhm.
or unless you could go for education, which again takes more, you're risking your finances as well.
That's
So you're
true.
taking the risk of the finances. So if you really want to pursue that, again you I would suggest take the risk.
Mhm.
'Di ba? Especially if you're pursuing something that you really wanted, um, go for it.
Mhm.
Don't make second guesses.
Mhm.
Just just go and do it. Because kung napipigilan tayo sa sarili, at the end parang magsisisi din tayo sa huli kung hindi mo gagawin, 'di ba?
That's true. I remember you mentioned na ang mga friends mo nasa Pilipinas, right? So we
Mhm.
all need the network, right? Na
Oh,
na
yes.
para, how did you establish a new set of friends or papaano meron ka bang sinalihan ng mga organizations that helped you? So yeah, let me know. Like
Yeah,
kwento mo ngayon.
kaya tayo nagkakilala.
Yes, yes.
Because
Singles for
it's
Christ.
a
Yeah.
community. It's better to have to search for communities. The church if you're the church organizations where
Mhm.
everyone is there. Again, there's a lot of networks that is available. Dun ko nakita yung mga pwede akong sumali dito kasi as Singles for Christ.
Mhm.
Um, then also ngayon kasi nagiging popular na may mga meetup groups na eh. So yung
Yes.
mga special interest, like halimbawa kung mahilig ka talaga sa badminton, merong isang grupo dito na pwedeng sumali na
Sumali. Malapit sa'yo.
lapit sa'yo, tapos
Mhm.
doon ka magba-badminton or volleyball. The people that I've met here, lalo na the reason that I've learned about working holiday programs is
Mhm.
because nakilala ko sila sa mga meetup groups. So there are a lot of meetup groups. May mga kung mahilig ka sa handicrafts, sa crafts, maybe may knitting group,
Mhm.
may mga board game groups na pwede mo salihan.
Oh.
Dun ka makakakuha ng mga set of friends na new set of friends.
Yeah,
Syempre, hindi
with the same values and interests, right? It's much better.
Yes. So I would really suggest, go to a meetup group.
Go to a meetup group. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good to know. And with I've seen yung mga post mo, like you have different or diverse background ng mga friends mo, right?
Yes.
Now, syempre lalabas na yung yung sa pagkain. So, you
Yeah.
as a Filipino, what do you suggest them, eating?
So, number one na talagang sinasuggest ko talaga is yung kamayan. Yung budol fight natin, di ba?
Budol fight, yes.
Budol fight. So, kasi lalo na iba na pihikan sa panlasa, di ba? Pero at least yung kamayan natin, it's barbecue, tapos iba't iba, may kanin, may pork, may chicken minsan, pero may isda. So it's at least and you share kasi part of our culture is sharing Kaya doon natin pinapakita yung values natin sa kanila na this is the reason that we call it a fight, but it's not a fight. It's a shared value. Kaya madaling ipakita sa kanila yung pagkain natin through food. Yeah.
And do you have any favorite na, let's say, na hangout spots or restaurants dito sa Toronto or anywhere else dito sa Canada?
So, isa sa mga talagang marami actually, to be quite honest, pero I will name a few. So, isa dito yung Tinuno. Kasi because of the kamayan. Yeah, Tinuno. Tinuno sa may Sherbourne Station.
Sherbourne.
At saka meron ngayon dito sa may Bathurst. So, isa yun. Tapos pangalawa is yung nakalimutan ko na yung Cebu Lechon
Republic.
Hindi. Cebu yung Lechon de Cebu dito. Nakalimutan ko na, pero I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Ang area siya.
Wilson's House of Lechon yun. Wilson's House of Lechon.
Wilson's House of Lechon.
Yes,
okay.
It's favorite ko rin.
I haven't tried that, pero it's good.
It's really good. I would recommend. Tapos it's in Mississauga. It's called Intramuros.
Intramuros. Oh, sounds nice.
So you could eat. They have a great selection. Tapos may banda rin sila sometimes. So may mga bands especially on weekends. So if they miss yung mga if they miss yung mga bars at saka bars natin sa Pilipinas, at least kapunta ka sa Intramuros.
That's nice. So yeah, I'll make sure na mailagay sa list ko yan para if ever we went to Mississauga, right?
Mississauga, yes. And malapit sila sa Seafood City sa Mississauga.
Oh, okay. Good. So now, going back dun sa mga advice na sinabi mo, would you say na yung mindset as well is important dito sa Canada? And in your case, paano mo siya na-apply yung with the right mindset?
That's a good question. Kasi nung time na when I first started, talaga syempre hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin, di ba? Yung parang nakagraduate ka, may degree ka, tapos punta ka dito, yung degree mo hindi pala accepted. Tapos wala ka the first thing that I did is you don't give up. You always think yourself that wag ka na hindi na ako gagawa ng ganito or pero there's a support system for it, but you really it's with you to never give up on, set your goals, what you wanted to do. That's what that's one thing that I thought to myself. You set your goals, alam mo kung anong gagawin mo, and go forward with it. And and it's okay to pause for a while as well. It's okay na to make sure na parang sige, pahinga muna ng kaunti, pero wag mong pigilan. Wag mong ipigilan ang sarili mo na hindi na hanggang dito na lang. So I would really continue my efforts so that I could reach the goal that I wanted to do. So yun yung nasa mindset ko.
And doon sa mga bagong dating sa Canada, yeah, that's a good advice, right? Na hindi mag-give up. Is there anything else like getting that job, yung unang job mo, syempre you coming from the Philippines, graduated ng ganito, maybe galing ka sa isang prestigious school.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of Filipinos starts from humble beginnings dito sa Canada. So what would you suggest they do para ma-overcome yung parang minsan kasi isipin nila parang setback, right? Na
oh yes
na ang ganito na yung position ko, and then pagdating ko dito, I started sa cleaning or dishwashing or factory work. So with your experience, right, na graduate ka ng isang course, tapos you start again from scratch, what would you suggest para sa mga mga tao na or mga Filipino na gawin or advice mo para sa kanila?
Yeah, actually, you got a good point there kasi lalo na my parents were, nasa taas na sila. Tapos,
yes,
pagdating nila dito, ay call center, ay sa the break ako nagtatrabaho, naglilinis ako. And they felt, at the beginning, they felt really, helpless, very hopeless nung time, especially because iba yung karanasan nila sa Pilipinas versus dito. Right? And, the good thing about what was happening is that they have a good support system in here. Support system talaga. It's a very essential that you have a good support system, like communities, organizations. Kung active ka sa church, you join the church community. Sa Filipino community, there's a lot of Filipino communities that are supporting Filipinos as well. Again, Kababayan is one. Another one, there's a lot of emerging Filipino communities as well that are
Facebook.
And also, like, if you are in the, like, for example, alumnus ka or alumni
ka na isang school,
you go to the search for the school school association here, and there's a lot of community alumni
organizations
here na from different universities sa Pilipinas, and you could get connections, especially you never know na makilala mo pala sa mga organizations na yon will connect you to a better job, right?
That's true.
And also, like, marami rin sa Facebook groups na yung mga Filipino nurses that are working here, Filipino teachers that are working here. So you have to do your research. That's one of my good best suggestions, na you search. Kasi syempre lalo na mag-isa ka, kung mag-isa ka na nandito, tapos syempre ayaw mo ring makulob sa do a lot of searching, do a lot of things, but don't give up na ay uwi na ako kasi hindi ko kayang But there's a lot of people that will help you, that will support you.
That's good. Thank you for that. And lastly, Biel, what does the future hold for Philip Gabriel Andrada? What are your future plans as a Filipino Canadian, right?
I mean, I've been with organizations that are supporting the youth as well. And that is one of the things that I'm looking forward to it as well, to mentor Philippine younger generations, not only first generation young Filipinos that came here, but also the second generations, because for them, kumbaga, again, we are only stuck with one brand of, when we say you're a Filipino, you're stuck with, hanggang great caregiver ka, nurse ka,
That's
nasa
true.
healthcare. But we have a set of skills that we can do. There are, I've seen youth that becomes artists, they become, singers, or leaders, like senators or
That's true.
doctors. So or lawyers, right?
Yeah, reminds me of this. I was looking at this newspaper, na Filipino newspaper, and na-mention doon na merong parang yung mga parliamentarians na mga youth, Filipino youth that are working in the parliament, and
Yes.
they're parang meron silang meet up din na gagawin. So which is nice, right? Kasi parang maganda rin na merong representation yung mga Filipinos sa government, right? So
Yes, and we have to show them that we are diverse, and we are not limiting our standards to what we are, and that's why we have to show to them that we could do whatever that as any other Canadians are.
That's true. That's good. And yeah, so we'll end our discussion here. And again, maraming salamat sa ating kapatid at friend na sa kanyang pagpapaunlak dito sa ating ngayong araw na ito, at pag-share ng kanyang life journey dito sa Canada as a young Filipino Canadian, and yung kanyang experiences. So if you have if you want to reach out kay Biel, I would put his information sa show notes with his permission, of course, na para mag-mentor, like you said, you're open to mentoring as well yung mga younger generations, right?
Yes, for sure.
All right, thank you so much, Biel, at yeah,
thank you.
Take care.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Kumusta, kabayan? Welcome to Kabayan Inc., the podcast where we share kwento, sip some kape, and dive deep into life here in Canada. Every week, we'll sit down with inspiring Filipino Canadians as they share their journey from the challenges of being a newcomer to the successes they have built here in the Great White North. If you're looking for real talk, relatable stories, and a sense of community, you're in the right place. So grab your kape, get comfy, and join the conversation.